that's from.
That's the truth. Hey, we are live, everybody. 30 interviews in 30 days. Today is day 30. Woo! We're going to celebrate. And today, I'm just going to take the back seat, but I'm going to introduce you to Antoine Johnson, who is the president of House of Talent PA. And I was getting ready to ask you a question as if I was getting ready to interview you. I literally was. I was getting ready to say, the PA, is that for Pennsylvania or is that?
Oh, it's for Pennsylvania simply because House of Talent was completely taken. So I bought House of Talent PA, Atlanta, New York, and every other thing so no one can take it.
That's what I'm talking about. I tell people about that. Buy everything associated with your name, and that's the domain name. If anybody, you mean the domain name, right?
HouseOfTalentPA.com, but also like House of Talent for like different cities, so I can brand any city under House of Talent. So.
Okay, gotcha. Anyway, so he also has a TV show. I want to make sure we talk about it. He has a TV show coming on the CW. Talk a little bit about that before you take over, and I'm going to shut up.
Sure. Okay, because this is about you today. So, so I have a show on the CW. I'm executive producer of that show. It's called The Kiki Show, followed by the Kiki Ball. And what it does, it takes a deep dive into the LGBT Black and Brown community, specifically focusing on BLM with Black trans murders, and then the community as itself and how we are portrayed through media, our self-esteem and stuff like that. So it's really taken a look into our community, but from a different perspective, and how our family structure has been broken down, but there are people that are in similar situations as us that we can create our own family. So they don't have to be blood, but they can definitely understand your struggle and we can work together. So CW, go ahead.
So you said, but it's primarily focused on the LGBTQ community and the trans life.
And yes, because we've learned, through this, a lot of trans murders happen from what we would call straight men that are living that double life. And I think, that's part of the systemic breakdown in our communities, that we can't live our truth. So it still talks about like Black lives.
Do you believe that really? That you can't live the truth? I mean,
I believe so.
I don't know. I've seen so much lately that.
Yeah, I believe a lot of Black and Brown people, Black people specifically have, and what I learned from this project is that have used religion as a way to make people feel uncomfortable and to use that as a weapon so that people don't live their truth. And I think, when raised in that type of environment, you hide who you are, and eventually at some point it comes to fruition, and bad things happen. Being yourself is probably the most key thing to living a healthy life. When people can't, they act out.
I interviewed a guy, Reno, Nevada. You know him, Reno?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I interviewed Reno, and once he came out, it seemed like he's very comfortable with it, and hadn't had any problems with it. But you know what? He kind of went off the grid, so you might be right.
Yeah, I mean, once you come out and you tell the people that matter to you, whether they accept it or they don't, it's like having the world lifted off your shoulders. But hiding it is the most painful thing, and then also worrying about if your friends are going to accept it or not. A lot of these stories that we hear about these trans women being murdered are from guys they had relationships with, not someone they met and tricked. So, this really talks about all those things, but specifically the Black community as a whole, about how we don't protect our women. Black men don't protect our women like they should, as much as the Black women would like them to. So there's a lot of disconnects, but when you watch someone else's community go through that, you tend to look at it differently than looking at yourself doing it, because you can't really see it because you're in it.
But you're going to talk all about that. When's it come on again?
Saturday, November 7th, here in Philadelphia at 1 p.m. on the CW.
On the CW, and you're the executive producer. That's major. Look at that. Go ahead.
Don't give no one the cookies.
I love it. Listen, now I know what we're in store for this.
Oh yeah. So let's just switch the tables really quick. So a mediapreneur, like, what does that mean? Like, what is a mediapreneur for people who just don't know?
Well, the mediapreneur is because when you think about it, I was the executive producer of a TV show, Urban Expressions, but then I actually do now TV, radio, print, newspaper, magazine, and it's like all, of course, YouTuber, podcast, everything media is involved. So it's a mediapreneur, and I do this full time. This is what I do.
So when people are looking to build their brand and they come to you, what are some of the key aspects that you look at before you even accept the project?
Well, I want to know their why they're doing it. What is your overall goal for the whole thing? Because I'm not going to just accept anything, because I don't do this just because, you know, you're here, but I want to know why you're doing it. Is your goal to really be authentic and meet people and grow your audience and things like that? So that's what I look at first, and then I go do like a almost like an audit of everything they've done, they're doing, and that's where we'll start. Oh, this is what you've done. Okay, well let's see how we can enhance what you've done so far, and that's pretty much the start of it. But I am focusing more now on the grown folks radio, more so doing the media stuff, but that's where I start. That's what I start with everybody. Let's see what you're doing. What is your why? Why are you doing it? I know that's cliche, but it's real.
Well, so I guess my next question is, how much or at what point in your career did you stop to say, I do this because I love it, and I can now pick and choose which clients I have, versus in the beginning where we all start saying, I need to take as many people so I can survive financially? At what point did that shift happen?
Well, for me, I was in the corporate, I was an entrepreneur doing Urban Expressions, then went to the corporate world. So then coming out of the corporate world, I was still figuring me out. So it wasn't about necessarily clients. It never has been all about clients. It was also more so about money. Of course, it wasn't like I wasn't client help you do. I was like, all right, I have to make money to survive so that I can continue to be an entrepreneur. So I would take on maybe one or two clients, because when you're doing a social media management, you can't do too much. To me, as a solo entrepreneur, you can't do too many. And if you try to take on too many projects, you're going to mess something up. Mm-hmm. So now I am saying, because I can't take on more people to manage them, I will help you learn how to do it more so. So now, but I still can't do everybody with that. So I just really take people who are really like-minded, like-hearted, we really vibe. I still don't think about money. Of course, we know we got to make money. I'm not saying that, but I don't do too much for money. Like, hey, give me that $1. But now I've learned to ask for the $1. Yeah. I've done a lot for free. I've done a lot of stuff for free.
Well, speaking of like doing a lot of things for free, you say in your power statement that you have like the secret sauce. What is the secret sauce? Or can you not give that away without getting paid?
You know what? When I say the secret sauce, the secret sauce is me. I have a vast amount of experience. You could hire somebody who just came around yesterday, or you can hire somebody who has been in the business since the 90s, who has a platform. And I didn't just do this locally. I've been in national arenas. I have multi-million-dollar clients, and I don't talk about that much. But when you're building to show people, when you have to show people why they need to hire you, you have to talk about some of the accolades. You have to talk about, hey, yeah, I worked in corporate. Oh, hey, my client is TGI Fridays, or my client was formerly Foreman Mills, or I used to work for Foreman Mills, or, you have to start talking about what you've done, so that people won't say, so many people that are really friends of mine said, oh, I didn't know you did all that. I didn't know you did that. So now it's just really focusing on having to tell you, I got to tell, so I can help other people and they can hire me as a client. And I'm not trying to hire the world. I'm just trying to hire those select few that are like-minded, who find themselves as introverts. Like, I'm an introvert, believe it or not. I don't know if you know that, but
you would never guess that. You started out with, hey, let's party. Come on, let's get it.
I know, right? Let's party. Now, I love to party, but I'm an introvert by nature. I never wanted to be on TV. That was not my goal to be on TV. That was not my goal to be a person who interviewed. That was never my goal. I never wanted to do that, but God placed me in this position. So it wasn't like, yo, you know how some people have the dream about being a star. I didn't have a dream about being a star. I didn't have a dream that I was going to be the person doing interviews. 30, I never thought that. But now that I'm here, you know, let's go.
So let me ask you this question. And it's gonna, if you could answer it from a professional, but also from like a very personal place, okay? When working with people in the Black and Brown community, specifically Black people, as an entrepreneur, mediapreneur, what were some of the challenges that you faced other than the financial challenges? Did you receive people that were already jaded and you felt like you had to find a way to prove to them that you're just as talented as if they went to a person that did not look like you?
I find that the Black and Brown community is looking for the others, and they would think that some of the others have more experience than I do. And I find that I can give you all the knowledge in the world, but you may hire someone else aside from me. So, but there's some great feedback with that. Like, some of them really trust you. When they know you, they trust you. So I really don't have to fight that battle as much. And I'm new to the client thing. Believe me, I'm new to taking on clients. The whole client thing is new. TV is old, but that's a new thing. So I'm really getting familiar with what it takes to bring people in. I know they're always looking for the people. I feel like the Black and Brown community is always looking for the glitz and the glam. And
Let's talk about
that. Of it. They're always looking for the glitz and the glam. They're always looking for the ones who have the Bentley or the Mercedes and I got my pocketbook hanging off and it's a Gucci. They're always looking for people who they think have made it based off of the visual. So if you're normal and you have a regular car and I have a Gucci bag and I have a Michael Kors and I have those bags, but that's not my favorite bags.
Right.
It's not my favorite bags, and I probably you won't see me glitz and glamming it, and I could, but I don't. But I think that the Black and Brown community is always looking for them. Hey, we're superstars already, and that's not me. So whoever's working with me has to know that I'm just real. I know stuff, and that's all I can say is I know stuff, and I want the best for anybody I work with. I will go above and beyond for anybody I work with and for. I'm not just saying, here, give me your dollars and that's it. And I give you the basics of whatever you want. I go above and beyond. So the Black and Brown community, you know, if you're glitz and glam, I'm not that one. If you want me to be sailing on this and you want me to look like I've been on trend setting and jet setting all around the world, that's not me. I'm a normal human being who literally has been working.
Why do you feel like the community does not respect the hard work or the hardworking person and gives more respect to the glitz and glamour? Is there fundamentally something wrong? Okay. No,
they feel like they made it. They feel like if you look at social media, anything that anybody is glitz and glam, you feel like they've made it. And they have. And some of them have. And that's how they are. And you've made it, but I've made it in a different way. I've made it in a way that says I had to struggle. There was days when I was struggling. Like there was days when I had nothing. There was days when I'm up, and there was days when I was down. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to talk about the down. I'm not afraid to talk about the days when my car got repossessed. You know, I'm not afraid to talk about the day that the thing, what's on the door? What's that thing they put on the door when you get the foreclosure
eviction
thing?
notice. Notice.
That notice you put it on the door. I'm not afraid to say that happened to me, although I've overcome it. But I'm not afraid to say that it wasn't all easy. And I wasn't glitz and glam the whole time. It was some trials. It was some trials, but from the trials, I learned, I grow, I connected. I have, and when some of the people that really helped me get to the next level were not our people. Some of the people, I've had some really good people who, really, literally, really good people that weren't our people that got me to that good money. It wasn't all our people.
Before I move forward to the next topic that I want to discuss with you, from a media perspective and social media, which is your background, you help people build their brands. You know this very, very well. Would you go on record saying that a lot of these people who have made it with the glitz and glam have made great profiles, but don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of?
Well, I wouldn't go on record saying, because I really don't know believe it or not, because I don't look behind the velvet rope, I don't know. But have I heard recently that some people that I thought had more, maybe not, but I don't look behind the velvet rope. I don't go to see what they have. I take them at their face value, and I say, if this is where you want to be and that's what you want to portray, that's on you. I love you. I love people. So be you, I be me, but I don't look behind the velvet rope. I don't, but I've heard.
So the follow-up to that, should people that are looking to these individuals look behind the velvet rope, or should they just continue to move forward willfully, not wanting to know?
If the person that you hire or the person that you're going to is helping you and they have the right stuff, then there's no need to look behind the velvet rope, because we all have to present the way we want to present. So that's what I would say. If they're helping you. Now, if you're looking and you're saying, if it starts to not match up, then cool, go the other way. But sometimes they have the tools, they have what you need. They're not as glitz and glam as you think. Some of it could be rented, some of it could be, but if they can teach you the right thing, then that's all that matters.
Okay. All right, let's move forward. So Philly's Oprah, let's break down that acronym, because I don't know that a lot of people know what it stands for, right? So let's talk about the O. Go for it.
Okay, so Philly's Oprah, I'm gonna tell you where Philly's Oprah came from in general. Like, it wasn't like I said, I'm going to be Philly's Oprah. But when I was working in corporate and I got laid off, I started to think about who I was and what people thought I was. And sometimes people think one way. And just like a JJ will be typecast as a JJ, or somebody gets typecast. So sometimes you get typecast and people don't really know exactly what you do. So I was just researching me, Googling myself online, figuring out who I was supposed to be. So I had done a lot of research. When I got laid off, of course, I didn't have to work immediately. So it was just like, let me figure this out. So I would just talk to people, and I heard people say, girl, you like Philly's Oprah. Girl, you like Philly's Oprah. And then the last one was Howard Gilliam Jr., who is the director of Urban Expressions and still my man to this day, still doing Single on a Saturday Night. He said, girl, you like Philly's Oprah. That's what you should be. And I was like, confirmation, 1, 2, 3, you hear about the last one, that's what it's going to be. And then it was also to prove that I can brand, that if you put it in this atmosphere, that means I want to show that I have the capabilities of really promoting, right? So if I put it in the atmosphere and I create this whole thing, then by the time someone calls me Philly's Oprah, that means I've done my job. So the first time I was introduced as, here comes Shelly Shell Williams, Philly's Oprah, I was like, I did it. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes you have to find confirmation for yourself. You may not always believe in yourself. So sometimes you have to do things to prove it. So by the time the first person who didn't really know me as well as everybody else said, hey, this is Philly's Oprah, I was like, oh my gosh, this works. So I didn't want to just be people to think Oprah. I want you to think Oprah is a person who does a lot of things. She does TV, she does her own network, she has a magazine, she has Weight Watchers, she's multifaceted. So if you think about Oprah, then you're thinking multiple things. So I want you to look at me and think multiple things. So I broke it down and gave it all a name. On Oprah, is online marketing, online social media marketing, online, whatever it is, but it's online. So it's online social media marketing, online video marketing, but it's online. So I broke it down into that.
So the O is the O is the marketing and the social media strategy. So you're a consultant. So that O is your business part.
Yeah, the O is for the consulting, the social media marketing, the social media management, because there's so many things. I'm social media management for a few different clients. That's where they hire me to do their social media, and which is what I enjoyed, which is what I did for Foreman Mills. I took them from 0 on Instagram by the time I left, and that wasn't maybe a year later. From 0 to 4,000 within a short period of time. So I started them from 0. From YouTube, I created their YouTube page from 0 to whatever, a few thousand when it was left. So I have proven that I can take something from 0 and build it up. When their Facebook Live page, that started at 5,000 when I started. By the time I left, they were at 50,000. So these are the numbers that I watched just in case one day I wasn't there. Just in case one day. I never thought I would get laid off. I never thought I would not be there, for real.
Was it COVID related or was it something else?
No. This was before COVID. This has been a few years. It was budget related. They brought me back. No, when I say laid me off, meaning they laid me off, brought me back a month later. But God told me that basically I didn't tell you to go back. God.
Right.
I didn't ask God, can I go back? I didn't say, I just said, what? You said, come back? Yes. Who wouldn't go back? So, right. But literally I went back for a week and then we had a little discrepancy in salary and then that was it. So it wasn't my destiny to go back because that would have been too easy. Right. It's too easy to go back and get a job and make the money. It's hard, much harder to be an entrepreneur and have to create your money. I mean, my goal is to make what I was making there plus. So right. That's the road I'm on right now. You know how you set goals? My goal is to make that. And that was a nice salary. So I have to make that.
Right. So that moves us to the P for producing television and media content. Talk about that. And then we'll transition to how that's going to help you in your next project.
Okay, producing media content. Of course, I'm a producer of Urban Expressions, executive producer. Single on a Saturday Night, which is the relationship talk show. And that's been on for 8 years. And then Motivation Monday. And that's every third Monday of the month. And that is networking and entrepreneur talk and other media content. Of course, now co-owner of the grownfolksradio.com. So
congratulations.
And that's a lot of producing some stuff.
Oh yeah. So with that, obviously, you are you're a wealth of resources. So that's the R in the Oprah. So the resource agency for media. Like in a capacity, when someone asks you what does that mean, what do you say to them?
Well, really, the resource agency for is Indie Black Media Network. The resource agency is Indie Black Media Network. That is the baby that was created throughout COVID when COVID was happening. And it was one of those things. And I was like, I'm a person who is connected to so much media. And I'd rather we all be together in one because I have TV and then you have, I'm 2 newspapers and 1 magazine. And it's like, wow, it's so many media outlets and I'm connected. So what if we all come together as part of one network and I can help people grow and I can help them and train them, give them training classes. The plan to have training classes, sell advertising, which will be, that's the next one. That's
the A. You're jumping ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to jump ahead. So that's what the Indie Black Media Network is. It's a place where all indie, because I understand the power of indie. I've been indie for so many years. I remember so many stories. I remember the day that somebody huge was having an event and they invited 3610, it invited every major outlet, but did not invite the indie outlet. Now, Channel 48 was a broadcast station, but it wasn't indie. It was basically independent broadcast, but it was major. It could have to be major. If everybody in Philadelphia, millions of people watching it, it was major, but yet they didn't see it as that. But I felt I had to plead my case, and I pled my case. Listen, you talk about, we always talking about Black, support Black, but yet unless Black has millions of this, unless Black is this, then we don't see it. To support Black, you got to have so many million followers and so many million viewers and so many million. But why not support as we're going up? Why not support while we're on that struggle? Why not support then? Why wait until we get to the platform of a major network, 3610, whatever? Why wait until we get to there as opposed to invite us now? Watch us grow, watch us flow, watch us do this. So why we should have a voice? And that's, I'm sorry, I'm very passionate about it.
No, I mean, I think this is a good conversation that needed to be had. And I think that, the dialogue that we're going to have about this is important to Black and brown people, but Black people specifically, because we do not support each other on the way up. And when you make it to the top, there is a mentality to pull each other down. And if we talk about the history of that, when does change come? And do you believe that your indie Black, network will help that change come? And how do you educate people to move towards change?
Well, I do believe it's going to help, because I'm connecting to people like you. I'm going to connect to people all around the who believe in the same thing. The goal is to be, whatever our platform I get to speak on, I want to speak on it. And I'm not going to say names of the people who think like that, but understand, if I've been in circles that have been big people, and I'm telling you, somebody big decided, oh man, I'm not going to invite this one because they're not big enough, but then change their mind. Don't get me wrong on that one. Once my mouth started going, changed their mind. And then there's another one who didn't change their mind. So if somebody changed their mind once and then somebody didn't, that means there's room for somebody to change their mind. And I'm not saying that, I feel like vetted. We're going to vet some people. So if I say Ralph McDaniel's video music box, he's been doing this for a lot of years. He's one of the ones who's like the mastermind by helping me, right there. So I'm saying people under here, we're people who are really doing it. We can prove it. We got the tapes to prove it. You know what I mean? We got the tapes to prove it. So how we're going to, when we say this message, I'm not just saying I've been here 5 days and I could do this. No, I've been in here 20 years. And my people who I have connected to me been here, Scoop, been around for 60 years. The owner of Scoop has been there all this time. So again, I got some people behind me who are vetted, who have done this. So I'm going to get on whatever platform I can to talk about Indie Black Media Network. And hopefully people like you can help me spread the word. People like whoever's out there, Ralph, whoever out there can help me spread the word, because I understand the power. I understand the power of independent Black media. I understand what it was like to have a TV show like Urban Expressions. You put something on Urban Expressions, one ad on Urban Expressions, one time, people came to the door. That's why they believed in it, because it was real. You know how many people say like Gilly the Kid and Major Figures? Most of the people, the rappers that came up, they was on Urban Expressions, and they say, yo, this is where we got our start. Because it was Indie Black Media Network where people were participating, people were watching it. That's the power. You give us a chance, we'll show you the power. We'll show you what we can do. Just give us a chance. Don't look at us, oh, you got 5 followers. Not that we have 5 followers, but you got 5 followers. Oh man, I can't mess with you because you only got 5 followers. No, mess with me while I got 5 followers so you can help me get to the 50,000, right? Don't just wait till I get to 50,000 and then say, oh yeah, I can mess with you now. I was about to say something else, but I can mess with you now.
free to say whatever it is you have to say. I'm here for all.
But that was internal. I was like, oh shoot, I was about to say something else. Woo!
I mean, so let's dive a little bit deeper into that, because you know, I feel very similar in that situation as well. I don't have a lot of followers on my Instagram per se. My Twitter numbers are not as high as they used to be, because I said something about Beyonce and then I just got attacked, and then people just, I mean, I went from like 15,000 to 10 in one day.
Wow.
The beehive came for me. But it still is a verified account. But I don't put the business that I do out there to the public, so no one knows exactly what it is I do, and they look at my numbers and don't think that I'm capable of doing the job, but do it just as good, or if not better, than the person that they hired, and they end up coming to me anyway. What is it about our community that they just don't trust the work, but only the numbers? Where did that come from?
Where did it come from? I think it came from the fact that this is what it's been shown. It's what's been forced down our throats. It's what's been, you know, TV videos, and I love TV and videos. I mean, that's what we do. But it's been forced down our throat to say this is better. Multiple chains, multiple this, like not even going back and, you know, back in the day. The more glitz you had, the more bling you had, the more gold teeth or platinum teeth or whatever teeth they had in their mouth, whatever that was, it showed that was bigger. It's been put in front of us. So you either try to change the narrative, which sometimes you can, or you just be the best that you can be, because I know your work. I mean, I read your bio and stuff like that, which until that moment, I knew about you, right? So you and I were in parties together at the party at the place where you were at,
the Granary.
Yeah, that. I couldn't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. Okay. I was like, that place. So you're at that place and you have Tweety Elitu. You have all these people. We're in the same place. But did I know everything of what you do? But I heard people say, you don't know Antoine. I mean, like literally, that's what they said. You don't know Antoine? I said, yeah, I'm just getting to know him today. You know, just basically in conversation. We didn't have a chance to really, you know, knock heads like that. But I was like, yeah, Antoine right there. You don't know Antoine. That's what I heard all night. So I was like, wow, Antoine. But until that moment where I got a chance to read your bio, did I not see all the things that embody you? So it takes time to really, people have to take the time, right? You got to take the time, slow down and say, man, why is everybody talking about Antoine? Let me figure out that. It didn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. All of those things. I'm like, yo, he's just dope anyway. So I'm gonna give you respect anyway.
Thank you.
But once I saw what you do, and I was like, wow, you really multifaceted over there. You know, I'm thinking one thing, but I've heard people saying your graces, which is the greatest thing ever. It's what people say about you. When I say it wasn't just one person that talked about you, it was, and I'm gonna shout them out. It's Aviance, it was Tweety, it was pretty much every person of influence in that building talked about how great Antoine was. You were doing publicity for not just them, it was somebody else you were doing publicity for, and everybody kept talking about your work. So your work is what people say. So if we go by that, what people say, and that's what we're going to have to go by. It can't be the numbers on Instagram, Twitter, and whatever. It has to be what people say, because I take what people say. If everybody says that Antoine Johnson is amazing, he's the best, and I mean, and when I say that, and I'm saying this with all sincerity, they did. When Ali sat down, was like, yeah, Antoine Johnson, he the best. And I was like, man, Antoine, I can't wait to be in the same room. Then I get to be in the room with you and Tweety saying the same thing. And I was like, wow, everybody's saying the same thing. So that means more to me than anything else. So I'd rather hear what people say. I'd rather let the people talk about it, because on all sincerity, when people say it, I'd rather go, that means it's correct. Real. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with that, you know, and I want to put that in perspective a little bit. We recently learned through the media that Lil Wayne has made his side with the President of the United States, as well as some other rappers, well-known Black people who have a lot of money and influence. Throughout the course of the week, we learned that Lil Wayne's one-on-one interview, he talked about, what is Black Lives Matter? It doesn't affect me. Who cares? I got my money. I don't care about anybody else. Is that the mentality that we are supposed to be accustomed to, or?
No, it's not. It's really not. We can't be accustomed to that, because I feel like now we're in a time that there are really people out there who are on a, some people. I can't say everybody. I can't. I was about to sit there and say that no, I can't say everybody, because even doing the 30 interviews in 30 days, right? The people who really genuinely have genuine love for me come, hooked up the celebrities, you know what I mean? It wasn't about celebrities, but there was some key people that I really wanted. It was a couple of key people that I wanted that I didn't get. And I was thinking, here we go again. So some people don't, but we're not going to be accustomed to it, because we're going to be bigger than them. To me, it's like, let's make our voices bigger than them. No, I'm going to help you, and I'm going to help you. So yes, that is somebody's mentality, but it's not going to be the overall. It can't be, because I know some people helped me. Shout out to everybody that helped me, because there were some major people that said, all right, I'll get you this one. I'll get you this one. I'll get you this one. And I was like, yes. They're not saying Urban Expressions ain't on that big show anymore. No, they didn't say that. They're like, yes, you are Shelly, and I'm going to help you. So no, there are people out there who are helped, but there's also people who won't. But we can't worry about the ones that won't. We got to worry about the ones who will, and they will. Shout out to Walt Reader Jr., Michael McAuliffe. Those are two people. I'm only saying these two people because those are people who made it. Like they've made it, but they're not operating in that glitz and glam, I made it type of mentality. That's the people I love and I want to work with.
Okay, let's circle back to this Indie Black network. Okay. Let's say a person like myself. I'm not from Philadelphia. I'm from New York originally. And I'm used to working with everyone, whether I like them or I don't like them. It's just the way it works in that city. Okay. I felt when I came to Philadelphia that there was a lack of transparency within the Black community in terms of working together, a lack of wanting to work together. And I have very few positive experience working with Black people in Philadelphia. The culture of the Indie Black network, explain what you want that culture to look like, so that someone who does have resources and is willing to help and work with other Black people feel comfortable being part of this Indie Black network.
The culture is me. The culture is people like me. And I'm not saying I'm multi-different, but I believe in good, integral, motivated people who want the best for other people. It's not for, I understand what you mean, because not everybody wants to work with everybody. I've been through exactly I've been here for a long time. And if I was in California, if I was in Atlanta, if we would have done Urban Expressions in any one of those markets, it'd have been it'd have been different. It would have been different. It really would have. We would have been on a different level. Can't say another level because that's all, we would have been different. So I do understand how people look at that. But I've been able to meet throughout this time people who are really genuine people, not the opportunists. It's not about the opportunists. I don't like the opportunists, because I've been in a part of people just wanting to be next to me because they think they can get to somebody else. It's not for the opportunist. It's for the person who is a lifelong learner, who wants to learn more, who wants to grow, who wants to build their platform along with other people, not step on them, but grow with them. Let's grow together. Let's go up these steps together. It's for the people who have a passion for it and don't necessarily know where to go. And I'm talking about the ones who like, Like this young guy I did an interview with the other day, he was so new. He was definitely new. And his questions were, he was struggling a little bit. But it's for them. He was a good guy, awesome person, awesome personality, really helpful in everything he does. It's for that one who needs the help, who needs to know how to do a proper interview, who wants to know how to build their platform and grow it with the advertiser and how to get to advertisers. Because not everybody knows how to get to advertisers. The reason why I am where I am wasn't because I was a person on TV. It was because I understood the dynamics of getting an advertiser. It really was. My progress was, I was behind the scenes. I wasn't even the host of Urban Expressions. So behind the scenes, I'm the one saying, Urban Expressions is the best show ever. Why don't you advertise with us? Here's your package, And I'm like, but they're like, I never heard of it. But listen, you never heard of it, but it's the best thing since life. You know what I mean? I'm that person behind the scenes, making sure that the show is funded. And in that, we've had City Blue, Mitsubishi, Suzuki, everybody you can think of that was advertising during that time. We had them on the show because I personally reached out to them and made that connection. It wasn't nobody else. And I didn't put it out there back then, like I'm the one who's doing this. No, but it was me. It was me personally walking and knocking on doors. When I say walking, I'm talking about walking down the street, going into a business saying, hello, my name is Shelly. You know what I mean? Whatever way I had to do it, I did it. But I learned a lot. You don't have to do it you have to do it all. It can't be just social media marketing. It can't be just this. You have to do all types of ways if you want advertising. So I understand the dynamics of all of that. So I want to help people do it. I want to help people get to that point. And I don't say I know everything because I don't know everything, but I know people that do. If I don't know it, believe me, I'm gonna make a phone call and say, listen, John Duffin, he's a guy who's been in advertising sales for major radio stations for years. I know people who's doing something. So if I don't know it, I know somebody that does.
We have in this city a group of what we consider household names, radio personalities, TV personalities. There's a sense, because when I knew that I was going to interview you, I wanted to kind of get a sense of what people that were younger thought of you. So like Aviance, for example, they look up to you. You are legendary to them. So when asking other people about other entities in Philadelphia, there's a sense of not everyone is warm and welcoming to the younger generation. I won't say any names, but
you won't say names now, but I sure want to hear the research later. We will talk later, okay?
Yes. What do you say to the younger generation that is looking for guidance from you and your generation, but not you specifically because you actually want to provide that? There's something they just don't want to do that. What do you say to those young people? How do they reach that demographic? How do they get on a radio station? How do they get their music played or their film seen or something of that nature? How does that happen?
That's crazy. I can't say how it happens because I guess we're all still doing the same thing. I'm still trying to get, I don't want to be on a radio station, but it would be nice. I've never been picked up by a radio station. Nobody's ever looked to me and said, why don't we put Shelly on the radio? I've never gotten that, but the way you reach the generation, my generation, is continue to hustle, continue to grind. And I guess for some people who may not be as welcoming, maybe they're not as welcoming because they feel like the younger generation or millennials can take over. The millennials could take their job. So maybe that's why they're not as welcoming, but how you do it, you continue to be consistent and do what you do. Someone will see you eventually.
So let me add to that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying someone will. Go ahead.
Let me add to that. Because here's my philosophy on that, and you tell me how you see it. I believe there is a sense of a shift in power or a shift in new talent. So when a new person comes in and say that someone's been at that location for 40, 50 years, right? Whatever the case may be, and someone new does come on board, wouldn't it make sense as a community to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to be leaving, but let me manage your career and help you get through this and then make money off of that new talent. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a way of transitioning power, so to speak, and building the net worth of the community as a whole. Why don't we do that in this business?
Because managing is a lot of work. No, I'm just kidding. No. I guess
but even referrals. Hey, you know, Shelly, listen, I got somebody that is looking to do social media. You know, they're gonna pay you $5,000 a month. You know, what I do, you know, with people like that who introduce me to somebody is like, okay, well, of that 5,000, I'm gonna give you 10% for finding this job for me. Why don't we do that in business for ourselves and our communities when every other community does that? What is the nature behind? What is behind that for us?
Well, I would say, you know what? I've encountered it half and half. I have people who do that. I have 100% people who do that. They get the client, they give me the money, they give me a percentage. They do this, but then I also met people who believe, oh, I'm going to get it all for myself and don't look back. So I think that you have to educate them. I think it's really about education. I think that once I told the person, I said, do you understand that if you got this client, you didn't give me the money, it's cool, but let me tell you about it. So how I work it out with this person is if they met this person, somebody through me, because you're going to meet people through me. So if you meet this person and you get a job, right? Make sure you give me a percentage. I said, that's how it goes in life. So you just have to educate people that don't. And I think you have to be willing to have awkward conversations. That's an awkward conversation to have. Because I'm not trying to be rude, but you're like, listen, you met someone through me. So how about you do this? Or even if you don't do money, sometimes you don't have the money to give. Sometimes you may not. How about I do something for you? How can I help you? Sometimes you can do it in service. You may not have, if somebody gives you $5,000, you may need all 5 of them thousands, right? You might need it all. And you're saying, I can't do it. But if you say, I'll do this service for you, I'll do your video for you, I'll do your editing for you, I'll do something for you that will help you grow, but I don't have any of that. So it's just about educating people on what it is and how to do it. It's educating them on the flow of things because not everybody knows. So that's why we have these type of things, Indie Black Media Network, to teach, to train, to give you the ins and outs of it, but it's going to cost. I'm not. Right now it's free to join and but eventually it's going to cost because I paid for coaching, I paid for training, I paid for courses. I just passed another course that was public speaking, but that's
congratulations.
But I pay for this stuff. I invest in my future, so it's going to cost eventually. But you got to put money in to get money out. If you want to learn, college.
I think you made some very valid points. I think these are the type of things that even people in the rap industry, sports, whatever the case may be, they don't know this stuff. And I feel like we go into business very unprepared and we get taken advantage of. And by the time they get to someone like you or someone like me who knows how to navigate through this, they're so jaded and it makes work difficult. So where they were giving $3, $4, $5, $10,000 to so-and-so from the neighborhood who didn't really know how to maneuver through that to get to us. And we're like, well, this is our rate. Oh, I already spent that with so-and-so and it didn't produce. You feel like you have to overproduce. And that makes it very difficult. And the standards are really hard to meet. So I'm glad you mentioned that because I think that's important that they need to be educated on that and that your program will help educate people on how to just do the business side of what they're trying to accomplish. That's the most important thing. You can love music all you want and you can sing songs that make you feel good and you think it's going to be hits. But the business side is you have to sell that to the community and you have to sell that to people. Otherwise, you're just singing songs for yourself. So yep. I'm super glad you said that. Can we move forward to the next one?
Sure, I'm ready. I'm ready. Right. Look, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. If you were offered a TV network or a channel to bring urban expressions back on television as a weekly show, would you take that opportunity?
Absolutely.
Why?
100%. Because I see how much it means to people. I mean, everywhere I go, people say, bring it back. Bring it back. You meant so much to me. Every comment I get is about, I grew up on you. You inspired me. So yeah, I will bring it back, not because of money, not because of anything, just because it meant so much to people, and it meant a lot to me. It was my start. It was where Frankie J and young Sir or Sir on air with Sir, and this is where they got their start. Furno got this. This is where they got their start. So why not bring something back to give somebody else the opportunity to get a start like that? I mean, Sir went on to BET. Frankie J went on to BET. Furno traveled the world with Jazzy Jeff. They were all a part of Urban Expressions. It was all a part of me teaching them what I do. That was all of them. So yeah, I want a next generation. Yes.
How would you revamp it to make it current with this generation, with all the things that they have going on with TikTok, with Instagram, with Facebook, with Reel, with Twitter, with all? How do you make that Urban Expressions current and likable for this generation?
The thing is, I'm not trying to reach this generation. I'm trying to reach a generation. Their parents are going to show them. You know how many people say my mom watched this and it trickled down to them. So what I would want to do with Urban Expressions is bring in the old school feel, because 90s came back last year. Now they're trying to go to 60s. I don't know. But anyway, the trends come back. So I want to bring back, and I want to infuse old school and with the new school somehow, because I'm not going to forget the old school, because that's what the 90s, old school 90s meaning, not so 90s, old school. That's where we started, 90s.
Real music.
Huh?
Real music.
Yes, whatever. Because I personally can't see producing something that's not integral. So it depends on the music. I really have to. My goal is not to reach certain people. Like if you want to be conscious, if you want to be positive, that kind of stuff. It can't be just Urban Expressions. At some point was, we played some raw stuff. Mm-hmm. We were the ones that played some curses and you saw some stuff, and I can't bring that. I personally couldn't bring that back, but maybe with the help of another producer, maybe they take that part, I take this part, but it has to be integral, because Urban Expressions meant that much to me. So we could do some stuff. We could do some TikTok. We could do some family stuff. Last year I did Urban Expressions, the next generation, and I did a fashion show. And I used everybody that was on Urban. I didn't have any kids, but everybody on Urban Expressions that had a kid or has kids, we used their kids. They were in the fashion show. That, to me, was everything. So I didn't have to take my morals down. I didn't have to do anything. All I did was reach to the next generation. They had fun. When I say the one kid, I never met him before. Where did I meet? I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I met him at a play. I met his mom at a play. She was like, I grew up on Urban Expressions. Boom. I was like, you got a kid? She brings her kid. Her kid attached to me is like, could you do this every day? Could we do this all the time? Can we do this? He was, how old is he? Like 10, 11 years old? Maybe 11. 11 years old. To me, that was everything. That's awesome. I am so sad that we couldn't do it this year. I'm so sad. Like, they had so much fun. That generation, they were tweens. And I have a little star. Her name is Mayana. When I say she's a star, I want her to be somewhere. She's 12 now. She's a star. She's a star. She needs to be seen. I want that platform for her to be seen. So that means everything to me. If anything, forget my dreams. I want her to be, she's a star. She can dance. She can host. She's beautiful. And she's a child of one of the Urban Expressions originals. Not just because I'm not saying this just because she is, but she's a star. I knew it from the time when she was a baby. I was like, that's my star. That's my one. That's my star. I see her. But I didn't do anything this year. Sorry, couldn't do anything.
Yeah, well, COVID held a lot of people back. So,
yeah, that's what I mean. It's only COVID.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I would have done another fashion show. It was fashion. It was talent. That's what I would do. So Urban Expressions, the next generation, we still infuse some of the old school into it. So we had some of the old school, but they enjoyed it. So you can't tell me they need to be shaking their butts and showing their stuff to do it. You can't tell me that they did it. That tween generation, they loved it. Everybody, we had we had like what's it called with the what's it called, pageant. We had a pageant scene, so we had kids that were in pageants and everything. That to me, I want that. I want that right now. Look, God, make that happen. No, I really do want that. I love seeing when that one guy, his name was Damir. Damir said, he just sat there in the chair. Can we do this again? Anything like that, you've done it. You've done your job. Can we do this again? Can we do this tomorrow? Can you not make this a year from now? Can you please? And I was like, I'm gonna do my best, but sorry that it has been. But I did other things. So I've done a paint night for kids. Well, not kids, tweens. Paint night and couple other things, but I tried to do stuff for kids throughout the time. So that would be the urban expressions I would want to do.
Okay. And through that's your H, that's your hosting and speaking.
Hosting and speaking. Hosting is what I do every day. Speaking is what we do. Like I would love to be on the Essence Festival. I want to be booked for the Essence Festival to speak. That's what I want. Like I wanted to, just like the movie. Remember the movie, Girls Trip?
Yes.
I want that. I want the book, and I want to fly my friends out, and I want to do the Essence Festival. I want to speak. That's what I want.
If you had to pull your choice of advertisers for your show, who would they be and why locally?
What advertisers locally?
And why?
Of course, I'm going to say Foreman Mills. Foreman Mills. Who's on my list? A car dealership. It doesn't have, it could be Gary Barbera because I've done work with them. It could be Minuteman Press. That's on my list right now. Philly is a lawyer. It's Philly
My
Injury Lawyer.
Yeah.
Philly Injury Lawyer. That came to me in the thought process. That's the only ones on the top of my head right now. I haven't really delved into the whole. Right now, we've had people like Super Realty Group sponsor Single on a Saturday Night. Definitely spent money. Thank you, Super Realty Group. Of course, Lotus Beauty Spa. Those local people, but that's on my thought list right now. I can't think of anybody. But if I had my druthers, I want McDonald's. I want Burger King. I want Ross. I want Ross. That's who I really want. That's what I want.
Okay. So the reason why I ask, because we can we get very serious for a quick minute? Sure. Okay, so we know West Philadelphia has had their fair share of property being destroyed during a lot of the Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, et cetera, and one of the communities that the ShopRite, their Brown ShopRites, he has always been an advocate for the neighborhood, Black and Brown, employing their community, stuff like that. Have you thought about partnerships with people like that?
I actually have thought about it. During that time, and it's obtainable to me. Partnering with ShopRite is obtainable to me because I have a story. I have a way in. He's my friend on Facebook as well, but even though I have a bigger way in, Foreman Mills connected. It's all connected. So I thought about it. I just haven't thought about what I would do. So I don't approach, and this is another business tip, I don't approach anything until I have a clear thought and plan before I approach him. I'm not gonna go haphazardly like, we should do something. I need to have it clear. I need to have a plan. It need to make sense before I even approach it. But yes, I thought about it. I don't have a clear plan yet. Unless you have a clear plan.
I have a clear plan, yes. In your career, on the business side, personal side, and then looking at it as if you were an outsider, do you feel like a lot of our community has some growing to do in terms of how they handle their relationships with local retailers, Black businesses, et cetera?
Well, a lot of us don't. Black businesses, right? You have some great black businesses, and then you have some that you go and you buy something from them, and it's horrible. Service is horrible. The attitude is horrible. So I feel like in our community, we need to talk about the things. We can't just say Black Lives Matter, buy black. Let's say Black Lives Matter, buy black. Let's teach you how to have better customer service. Let's teach you how to get people into your stores. So if you have a store, you have a location, you have what you want. Let's decide. Don't let's not just put it. Let's not erect a set it, put it up. But let's train people around it, because to have a good business and to have people um, patronize your business, it has to be something that, to me, that people will want. And it has to be great service, and it has to be great food. It has to be a great atmosphere. So to tell people, to help people, I think there should be some training. And that's pretty much it. And this could be free training. This could be let's get all the businesses together and say, let's do a free training. Let's bring in experts and make this a community project, right? Let's make this a community project. We bring in community people and we all sit down and we do a training day on customer service. We're not don't call anybody out, don't need to call them out. Let's just say all come together. We all have a black business. You have a brick and mortar business. You have a restaurant. You have a boutique. You have this. You have a hair salon. Let's all come together and have a training day and bring in real top-notch people that will volunteer their time, and let's do it for free. Let's do a teaching day to show them the importance of customer service, the importance of being on time, the importance of all those things that hinder us from having businesses. Let's say that we, instead of opening 3 days a week because we just want to open 3 days a week, let's show them how some businesses in our community stay open because they want to serve the community. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how they could increase, how they should advertise. And I'm not saying it just because of that, but most businesses advertise that the bigger businesses advertise because they understand the power of it. Let's teach those things. And I'm talking about this will be totally for free, like a day that we teach them that some stuff they may not know, but not me, but somebody. I'll come in and teach a part, but get people who really know this stuff and teach them and train them, because sometimes they have an idea, but they may not know how to execute it fully. So why not help them?
So is this part of what your indie platform will help with, that kind of stuff?
Well, that's for media. That'll help with media, but that may not help that for those brick and mortar businesses. That's not a thing for brick and mortar businesses that need to increase their the flow into their business.
Can I open up an avenue for you with that through your with this? You could actually put it in there as well, because you could do media buying directly for them. So your relationships with iHeartRadio, Outfront Media, Clear Channel, you can now take that brick and mortar, get them billboards on 95, and include all that stuff in your packaging. I'll help you.
You help me? Listen, if you're gonna help me, let me tell you, Antoine Johnson, we already know you are excellent in what you do. I already know this. So yes, let's do it. I don't mind. I mean, I've done media buying for people, and that's not even something I probably include in my thing, but for a moment I had to do media buying. For a quick second, I had to be trained in media buying.
Oh yeah, these are some of the things that our community. I'm working on a project now with a rapper from Philadelphia who is quite talented. I believe could have a very successful career, but has been held back because he has sickle cell. This is something that we don't talk about in our neighborhoods, and they don't talk about it on TV because sickle cell affects, I would say, 90%, 95% of just Black people. And one of the things is when he's making it, he gets very sick, 3 months, 4 months, 7 months in the hospital, where you can't, the education becomes difficult because you miss that much school, not even just the music. And one of the things that I learned is if people don't know you and don't know your story, they can't feel anything for you. So we shared his story on sickle cell, and now he will be doing a partnership with the Red Cross, which will help get the message out there and get Black people to donate their blood so that we can actually survive these diseases. I think that that's the kind of stuff that we lack in our community. But through the music, we got the billboards, we got the radio plays, we got all those things. So it looks like the career is taking off. But what really is, we're putting him in a position so he can tell the story that our communities need to hear. And that's how we're going to champion and win in what we're doing. So I think you're doing a great job at championing the Black community, Black and brown community, women and as well, for being around and being strong and showing that anything and all things are possible. You know, that's one of the scriptures that we hold true to ourselves. Through Christ, all things are possible. And I feel like you are a living example of that. And, you know, as a younger person looking up, saying, I'm proud of you for that. I don't know if anyone's ever said that to you before, but that is something that needs to be said. There was a time where I was afraid to talk to you.
No.
Because I thought, yes, this is why we're both late to the party. There was a time that I was afraid to talk to you. I didn't know how to approach you because the name is so great. And the emphasis on Shelly Shell was like, make sure you come correct, you know, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I never thought I would ever come incorrect, you know, I just want to meet her, you know? And I think people hold you in such a high regard and such high esteem that someone new to this neighborhood basically was afraid to approach you. But I'm glad that we got a chance to speak and get to know each other and to kind of, you know, move forward and work together and make it easy for people to have conversations and work together. We need to work together as a community, and we can't stop. We can't stop.
That's true. I'm looking forward to working with you. I mean, I don't, you know what, we say late to the party, but sometimes we're not late to the party. Sometimes we're right on time. When I was looking, I prayed about who was, I said, God, I want the last person, I need somebody to interview me. And I want to know, and I don't want it to be the usual person. I needed to be somebody that nobody would ever think, right? Your name came to my mind. It wasn't like I was looking at a picture. It wasn't, you know, I hadn't talked to you since the last time we talked about the article. That was months ago. So it was you that came to mind. I was like, it's you. It's you. Only God can give me that thought. I was like, perfect. That's perfect. It's unusual. Nobody would have thought that the two of us were like, really? What? Yes, we're gonna do this. So
yeah.
It's not, we're not late to the party. We are right on time. It's at the right moment because we about to do some stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I feel it happening. You know, there's a sense of, from everything that we've discussed and things that I know about you and your work ethic and how hard you work, there is an option to bring urban expressions to television. You know, I create content for TV, you know, and we when there's a need for something and it can help the community, it can help people, it can put Black and brown businesses, you know, to the forefront. You know, I'll be honest with you, I struggle to get Black and brown people to advertise on my TV show that will air in Philadelphia and Atlanta, you know, and it's difficult because this is the time to advertise when you're not giving that money to exactly the network, you're doing it to help your brand. And I don't think that they understand that. But you know what? In time it will happen and it will benefit us in the long run. I also know the power of advertising.
But you know what? It's about educating them. When I started out with advertising, you know, we had the local salons and things like that. But the ones that really advertised were not Black. They weren't brown. They were all different nationalities. From the Foreman Mills to the Dumpty Mitsubishi to the Suzuki to the Prince Auto, none of them. The biggest money I made was not Black and brown. It was not. It was not. The bigger companies, they were not. You know, but we did have the rappers and the local people, but the ones who really understood the power of advertising weren't us. So that's why we have to educate them. We don't talk about it enough. I didn't talk about it. I'm guilty. I didn't talk about it enough. I didn't talk about the education of it and why you should, but the biggest lesson was funny. The funniest lesson was when the company I worked for decided, we're not going to advertise. They've been advertising for many, 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 many years. They decide one time they were trying to save on the budget. We're not going to advertise. Let me tell you something. No sooner than that, like they saw the effects of not advertising. They saw, like, wait a minute, our sales went down. Sales, down, down, down. They immediately got back. Immediately got back on it. That showed me right there. It wasn't my litmus test, but that test right there showed me 100%. I knew what I was talking about. I knew that it has some power, and not just Facebook ads, and they work. Facebook ads and social media ads work, but so does a perfect mix. They didn't just do one thing. They did a perfect mix from print to radio to TV to social to all of a perfect mix. Yes, perfect mix. So if we educate them, then maybe they'll understand the power of it. Take that money and do it.
Yep, I agree with you 110%. So, all right, well, this was great talking to you. I'm glad we spent an hour and 9 minutes. Didn't even know it was that long.
Oh my gosh. No,
yeah, it's 2 o'clock.
Phone going off and everything. Yes, but thank you so much for taking your time out to
Absolutely.
do this.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. Not even you prepared for it. You understood, although I knew you would. I was like, I knew exactly what I wanted, and you did exactly it. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I knew you would. I knew you would do exactly what you did. I knew it. Thank you. And we had such a great dialogue. It wasn't necessarily about, it just was a great dialogue. So thank you so much. And I see the possibilities, and I'm glad we had an opportunity to really.
Yeah, I'm too. Next time we do this is over drinks.
Yes, let's go. Whether I'm on my diet again, but no, let's go.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thanks, you too. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye. Disco in the house. Hey, everybody, thank you so much. I'm sorry I did not even look at Facebook or anything to see anything. Were you there?
Very.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you so much for all the comments. Portia, I should have meant Portia. You taught me so much, Portia. I'm sorry I didn't even see you there. Thank you so much, Cindy. What's going on? Thank you. Oh, thanks, Monty on the scene, my sister. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. I was so entrenched in the conversation. I appreciate y'all for real. I was so lost in the conversation. But it's not often you get a chance to talk. I don't know if you knew how passionate I was about a lot of things, but I'm very passionate. And when I get passionate, I get hyped. So hyped. I'm like hyped. Oh. I don't know why. I'm really passionate about what I do. It's not about the money. I want to make money. I need to make money because money, cash rules everything around me. Cream with the money, dollar bill, y'all. But always bring it back to music. Sorry, but you say cream with the money, dollar bill, y'all. But I believe people should pay for what they want. You want the education, you want it, should pay for it. So if you want to know social media, you want to know media business, if you want to know these things, pay for it, invest. You want your business to grow, advertise. That's pretty much it.
This is the last day, right?
Today is the last day. Woo! I get to eat cream of wheat, and I get to eat soup, and I get to eat, yeah. This is my last day. Yo, what's doing working? Okay. I lost a couple pounds this week.
I guess so. Eating cream of wheat with no sugar, like.
I lost a couple pounds, just a couple, but mine. Somebody else would lose weight much quicker than me. I have hypothyroid, so it's a little slower, but you gotta do something.
So, 30 days. What do you think?
30 days. I am going to write it out, and I'm going to teach it. What 30 days was all about. It was a lesson. It was for a reason. It was for a purpose. It did everything it was supposed to do and more.
What was it supposed to? You said you would lay it out.
I'm going to lay it out and I'm going to write it out. I'm about to write it out and teach it as a part of the social media course, because it had something to do with social media. It had something to do with media. It had something to do with procrastination. I could talk about that. It had something to do with procrastination. For a while, I had wanted to do a Wednesday and a Friday. I kept putting it off. But if I commit to something, because that's my personality, when I commit to a thing, I do it. If I put it in the atmosphere, I do it. If I say I'm going to do it, I do it. So if I say 30 interviews in 30 days, I cannot turn back. Even on days I didn't feel like it, I cannot turn back. You have to do it. So this will teach you, if you want to get something done, put a date on it, put a time limit on it, have an accountability person, put it in the atmosphere, whether you post it by November 26th, I'm going to have this, right? If you post it, just like with the Indie Black Media Network, I'm supposed to be working by November 26th. The website's supposed to be up, right? I put a date on it so that it can get done. So if you put a date on it, if you put it out there in the atmosphere, whether you post it, whether you tell somebody, and that will help you and keep you from procrastinating to make sure you get something done. If you have, some people don't have a problem with procrastination. I do. Okay. On certain things, not saying I get what I gotta get done, but there's bigger projects that take more time and energy. And when it takes more time and energy, you be like, I don't feel like it.
You know, I was sitting here listening. And I can put this out in the airspace now. You kind of told our story just a little bit.
What do you mean?
I'm going to put it out there. And now after hearing you tell your story to Antoine, I mean, I got it before, but I really get it now.
What?
Okay. The whole barter system thing. I was supposed to do some stuff. I didn't do it. And you thought that I was that type of person that you said you hate. And then once you saw that I wasn't that type of person, that's why we're sitting here now.
Oh, you're talking about the opportunist. Opportunist. But it is throughout your journey. You got to understand, throughout. Urban Expression started in 1992. I didn't start in 92, but I was around in 92. I was still young. You know what I mean? So, but I couldn't start then. So, but from the moment you start to the moment we're here, you meet a lot of people, you do a lot of things, and some people are genuine. Some people are so genuine, and then some of them are opportunists. And before it was like, hey, we all in together. Now I protect my energy. I protect my circle. I only connect to people who I feel God tells me to connect with. Do you understand? 30 interviews in 30 days. It was a prayer. It wasn't who, I didn't know who I was going to interview when I said 30. I had no clue. But I knew I wanted to pray about it, and I wanted God to tell me. So in it, you got to protect your energy. So if you're giving your energy to something, you got to make sure it's legit, and whoever it is you're working with is real. I mean, I've been there, I've been there when all they wanted to do was become a star. All they wanted to do was meet Charlie Mack. Most people want to meet Charlie Mack. I seen you with Charlie Mack. Can I meet Charlie Mack? I mean, that's the biggest thing that people want to go. I want to meet Charlie Mack.
Because I'm not going to sit here in front. Like, if I had a chance to meet somebody, like, I don't know, I can't think of anybody right offhand, like Rakim or somebody. You think I wouldn't take that chance?
I wouldn't. I would not friend someone just to meet someone.
No. That's not what I meant.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who friend you, be your bestie to meet somebody. I'm talking about that. That hurt. I mean, if you get close to somebody and you realize they don't even want to be your friend, they just want to get with Charlie Mack, or they just want to get with this one. I mean, that hurt. That's not even just being integral. That's hurt. That's hurtful when you think somebody your friend, they're your people, and the whole time they're gathering people. The whole time they're around you, they're gathering your people around you. They're gathering, and I'm not saying just you. This has happened. The whole time they're with you, being your friend, this is an opportunist. This is not it's opportunist. Opportunist becomes your friend.
I thought we was
Not you. I'm not talking about you.
Oh.
I'm talking about people. There's an opportunist. I'm talking about the reason why you become guarded. The reason why you become like that is because you feel like you cool, but then you got somebody who's your friend, and then they become your friend. And then while they're your friend, they're gathering the people around you. They're becoming friends with everybody around you for their benefit. Not to benefit to bring it back to you, but to benefit to get them to grow, not to help you out. They're gathering their information, but it never comes back to help you. It only helps them out. So you figure out why people are your friend and why they want to be your friend. And some people that just want to be your friend to get to the celebrities. And I don't know the celebrities. I don't know no celebrity. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know celebrities. I know people. I know human beings. But I know that. But it had that appearance. I understand. So when you talking about you and I, it had that appearance.
But then she just found out my brain is scrambled.
You're a big scrambled egg.
Egg. Now I'm like,
you're a scrambled egg?
I said my brain gets scrambled. I ain't saying nothing about a scrambled egg.
I'm hungry, yo.
I was going to say, what, you hungry?
I am hungry. I said scrambled egg because scrambled egg and cheese sounds so good right now.
My brain was scrambled.
Your brain was scrambled. You were busy, but those things, it's not just you. It's past stuff that happened in the past, period.
I get
stuff that happened in the past. It's people that did it in the past.
Somebody just did it to me a couple weeks ago. I told you about that. Wanted me to, I want to know how you got the hookups, which I thought that was so rude. Like,
what hookup?
You. Let's start with you. They want to know how I got the hookups. You.
Oh, everybody want to know how they got the hookup?
Yeah, how am I getting these interviews, or how am I getting the stuff that we doing for the station? Let me say this. This station is a lot of work.
Yeah, the station is a lot of work. The station is a lot of work. The station is a lot of work. Life is a lot of work. But when you love what you do, it's all good. When you love, my thing is with the work, right? It could be work. But when you love, when you're enjoying it and you're doing it for the right purpose, it's not work. 30 interviews in 30 days, you rocked with me. Monty on the scene rocked with me. Monica Gladney, my sister, she rocked with me. We rocked this whole time. It didn't just take 1, 2, 3. It takes more than people. I gotta eat. I need help. I didn't even know how to hook up my computer. Monica had to go on my computer. She had to make it work. I mean, it takes a whole team. But 30 interviews in 30 days. Yes, I'm tired.
And then you was technically challenged a couple times.
My technology failed me on so many levels.
But
I don't know. But I knew that was the enemy. That was the enemy.
Us being a team, we made it happen.
We sure did. Made it happen. Just throw in another computer. You threw in your laptop, your baby. I know you. It was like my baby is not here. You was feeling some type of way.
I really was. That's my Bible. As a DJ, I have my whole entire library damn near on that computer, on that laptop. I'm talking about remixes, stems. Really? You could have made a killing off of that.
And you know what? Disco, I ain't even looking nothing else but Zoom.
But I told you to.
I did not. I didn't touch anything else but Zoom. If anybody give me something, I'm not looking at anybody else's Zoom. That's what happens when you're a social media person. You have access to people's stuff. I don't look at anything else but what I'm supposed to look at. I don't look around. I don't read messages. I don't look at anything else but what I'm supposed to look at. That's the person that's a trustworthy person. I'm about to put a question down for the day. I'm about to put it on Facebook, but still not signed into my Facebook yet. Would you trust and go into business with a person who cheats on their mate? You know that they're a cheater. You know that they cheat on their mate, but would you go into business with someone who you know cheats on your mate? Would you think that they would cheat you out of money? Could you trust someone who you know for a fact cheat on their husband or wife? I'm saying mate, meaning this is their husband and wife. I'm not talking about boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm talking about husband, wife. Would you go into business or partner with someone who you know cheated? You're privy to the information. You know that they're a cheater. Would you go into business with someone who's a cheater?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Anybody out there hear this message? Listen to me. Would you go into business, be a partner with someone you know was physically a cheater, meaning they're cheating on their wife, not their girlfriend or boyfriend? That's different. Husband, wife, commitment.
By the way, and just in case my wife sees this, I'm not the partner she's talking about.
No. No. Yeah, you're right. My bad. No. I don't. This is not you. This was just a thought. It was just a thought.
I had to put that out there in the airspace. Like, wait a minute.
It could be girlfriend, boyfriend, but when someone, to me, has the capability of cheating, right? I'm talking about ongoing cheating. I'm not talking about like the one-time cheating. I fell because life at home is bad. I'm talking about ongoing cheating. I'm talking about you got a whole different relationship, love outside of your love. Like you literally cheating. That means you got to lie every single day.
That's a liar. Would you go into business with a liar?
Would you go into business? That's what I'm saying. Would you go into business with somebody that's a liar? Do you think they're going to make sure your money right? Do you think they're going to make sure the all money is even and divvied up? Do you think so?
Mm-mm.
Let's see what they say. Anybody hear that? Anybody still listening?
Mm-mm.
Monica said no. I think you're saying no to this. What we had because
I wouldn't.
Monica said no. You talking to this, right? Monica said nope, because if they are cheating on the home front, what makes you think it wouldn't happen in the business?
Yep, a cheater.
Absolutely. So somebody who can lead a double life and then try to cover it up and lie about it, whatever. I personally don't want to do business like that because I know when it comes down to it, they're going to cheat you. That's the way I feel. I don't know for sure.
Well,
that's my feelings on it. But yes.
A cheater is a cheater. A liar is a liar.
A liar. Monica's mom used to say, what'd she say, Monica? She said, if you lie, you cheat. If you cheat, you lie. What'd she say, Monica? What she used to say? And do it well. She said, and do it well, right? And they do it well. She's just saying, if you're a cheater, you're a liar. If you lie, cheater. She ain't like neither one. But that's the truth. Oh my gosh. So when I talk about energy, I just did an article on somebody today. They have a campaign about protecting your energy. I didn't realize how real protecting your energy is. Protect your energy, protect the people around you, protect it because it means a lot. It means a lot because if you mess up, you hurting a lot of people. If you mess up, I mess up, we hurting a lot of people.
Not going into detail, but remember we had this conversation the other day because it came up that I might have to stop doing something to do something else. Remember what my answer was?
Yeah.
And I meant that. A lot of people are dependent on me.
Mm-hmm.
I asked a lot of people to partner with us. I wouldn't do that to them. I wouldn't leave them.
You wouldn't do it.
Huh?
She said, "Oh, her mom used to say, if you lie, you steal, and if you steal, you cheat. If you lie, you'll steal, and if you steal, you cheat." That's what she said. If you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you cheat. That's the whole thing. And that was what, and she would say it so much that it was a thought process. Monica would say, like, we would always have to think about that. If you lie, you cheat. It was really like it was in our minds. It's always in our minds. That's the truth. But I know people are counting on you, but I feel like not. If you got backup, we're gonna do that. That thing you want to do that because that helps everything. If you blow up,
What I'm saying, why I felt the way I felt. When we first discussed it, I was like, nah, I can't do that. Too many people count on me. For this, I wouldn't do that.
I'm sorry, but if it came down to it, I would have told you to go ahead and we work it out. I'm sorry.
You already did when I
know. I'm just saying. I say that, and I will continue to say that.
When I first told you, it was like, I could see your mouth drop down through the phone, like, you gotta. No, I gotta. He was like, don't make me come head like you. You're going to do.
Sometimes we do some things to get us to that next level, and then when you get to that next level, you got to do it.
You always do that. You always just push me in the deep end, like from Miss Shelly to the recent one we did.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, just tell her I like what y'all doing. Oh, well, you should interview. Well, no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he'll be there.
He'll be there. Listen, if you don't have somebody behind you pushing you to be the best that you can be, then why have them behind? Why have them behind you?
It was a good interview. Hey, that's how me and Seabreeze became co-hosting together. I was scared to death to interview her.
I had to push you into that. Not even that, it's just what it is, and you just gotta allow God to move. But I say protect your energy at all costs. Protect your surroundings and the people at all costs. When you spend time with someone, you become who that person is. If someone is negative and complaining, or it can seep into your spirit and you can become that. So that's the importance of really surrounding yourself with the right people. I screenshot a meme for you today. She said, Monica said, accountability. She's helping you to be accountable for your actions and your future, and you're about to go and keep going. Good work, Shell. And that's what we got. We gotta, lessons learned in life. Sometimes the lessons in your life, you don't always get it right.
I remember you said, I'll help you, but I can't keep holding your hand. You have to start doing this on your own. I can't be there for every show, for every interview. I'll pop in every once in a while. I remember you first said, I was like, well, damn, she's just going to leave me out there? I don't know what to say to these people.
Mm-hmm. The only way you're going to learn. The only way you're going to learn is to do it. The only way I learned how to do an interview was to be thrust into it.
But you've been doing that to me for years. That's not the first time you did that.
No, but I'm talking about years ago. The only way you learn how to do something is to do it. The only way you get better is to practice. The only way you could do your first show, and you could be horrible your first show, but the more you do it, the better you get. But you might mess up even when you've been doing it for a long time. Some days you might be tired and mess up a whole interview. Listen. That interview with yeah, I read it to her, Monica. She said that's what you're doing, Disco. That's right, accountability. So I've had some messed up. I actually haven't had that many messed up interviews, but I've had two that visually you could see was messed up, which was Boris Kojo.
Wow, with him.
I hope I'm saying his name right, because that's where I messed up, was his name.
Oh.
See, it's not Cujo, so it's Kojo. Bars Kojo.
You call
And
Cujo?
yeah, I call him Cujo.
Well, damn. That is bad.
Sometimes you mess up. Bars Cujo.
But he got in his feelings and felt some type
He
of.
ain't getting his feelings. He took the microphone. He said, "What if I called you Shelly Shell?" But he said it nicely and funny. It was hilarious. He took the mic and I just stood there. Like, okay. But still, all in all, I met with the Bars Kojo. And that's a fine brother, even though he married, God rest, you know what I mean? But this the thing, you said it, Shelly Shell, that's right. What if I called you Shelly Shell?
Well, let me ask you a question of the day. First of all, has Urban Expressions or Single on Saturday Night ever been let go from a TV station that you was on?
Yeah.
How did you feel?
How did I feel? Well, I was upset because of the reason why we were let go.
Okay.
It was a mistake but it's our fault. It was our fault. Not my fault in particular, but
No. Okay.
But that's why Urban Expressions isn't on right now. Because I would have kept going. I would have kept going. It would have been different. It would have been something different. But yeah.
Has anybody ever told you that Urban Expressions or Single on a Saturday Night wasn't good enough?
Wasn't good enough? Yeah, absolutely.
How did you feel?
Your opinion, their opinion. I'm gonna keep going, keep doing. Let the work speak for itself. Let the work speak for itself. I can't worry about the opinions of anybody else. You can't operate on the opinions of somebody else. Now, if it's a station you're going to, and like back when UPN was out, we took the show to UPN, and if they had this can't go on the air like this, and this. If you change this, and this, it can go on the air. Cool. That's a different story than somebody who isn't in media, or even if they are in media, somebody who doesn't sign your paycheck, says, I don't like the show, then don't watch it.
No. I mean, all right. Like, suppose you was on UPN, Urban Expression was on UPN, and everything was good. Then one day, you're gone. They were like, well, damn. Why? Because we don't like it. But everybody else likes it, but we don't like it. Oh
well.
Okay.
How many shows have gotten canceled? How many shows did we hang on to every week wanting to watch these shows and they get canceled? How many shows? So many shows. It is life. It's such as life. You can't let it, you gotta flush it out your spirit. It doesn't matter. You keep going. And there's always room for everything to improve. There's always room. Even in interviewing, the whole point was to get, another point of this was to get better. The whole point was to speak differently. I wanted to speak differently. I wanted to ask questions differently. It's about difference. Sometimes you want to improve, but I can't worry about the opinions of the sheep. Can't worry about the opinions of what someone says. If that's the case, then Oprah would have went into a ball when everybody was calling her names. And Tyler Perry, do you know how often people talk about Tyler Perry?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about
Tyler Perry cashing them checks, becoming a billionaire.
But see, I'm not talking about.
And I personally did not like the last play that I went to. But that doesn't matter. I still love Tyler Perry and his work. But I personally just didn't, it didn't talk to me. Meaning that particular play wasn't in my wheelhouse. It's not where I need it right then. Some plays speak to people. But that particular last play, we got up and left. But that's me and my girlfriend Alicia. And I was scared to get up and walk. But I didn't.
But I mean, I don't know. You go to turn on the TV. Damn, my show ain't on. You call the station. Oh yeah, we dropped you. We don't like you.
So I wouldn't even give it. I wouldn't even give it any more. You get upset for a minute. A
So
lot that we came across that a lot at Channel 48 wanted to cancel. Yeah, they wanted to cancel Urban Expressions, and the people wanted to stay on. We wanted, yeah, people didn't like Urban Expressions. Then, but yet you see how many people say it was this, that, but how many people, yes, we got it all the time. It happens. It really does happen. Yeah, Monica, I just saw. I just said it, but yeah, look, it happens. It happens a lot. But if for you to keep worrying about it, you're thinking more grand. Like it's like, okay, cool. On to the next. There's always a next. Sometimes God clears out the way for the next.
well, usually the first time it happens to you is like the big brick hitter. Like, did that just happen to me?
No, that's the way you feeling. You keep making you keep eternalizing everything. Look, it happened. Look, we offer the air for a reason. Oh well, keep it going, keep it moving, keep it pushing, keep it moving. I swear you got good news at the same time you was getting that news.
Huh?
I'm sure. I think you got good news at the same time you was getting that news.
That's the crazy part. That's God.
So how could you even dwell on the bad? Use it as a lesson. Okay, it's not for everybody, which is why Grown Folks Radio is here.
That is true. Now that is true. That, yeah. So does that make us an opportunity? Because it did come from that. Yeah. So that just says, okay, people don't like what you do, then create your own situation, which I've been saying for years.
Create your own or do your own.
That's hard.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, I got pimple.
Every day. It's hard work though.
It is hard work. And I knew it was gonna be hard work.
You actually got to approach this like it's a paying job, but you ain't paid nothing. But you literally got to get up every day. Like every day I get up with the wife. To me, it's going to work.
Yep.
Every day I get up, I come down here in this studio / basement / bathroom. It's not the bathroom, but you know what I mean. Laundry room. And I sit down here all day doing work. Doing, people say, oh, you ain't got no job.
This is a job.
Yeah, this is a job with plenty of overtime. Yeah.
Is it becoming too much or what?
What?
Oh, just wondering.
What? Nah, I just wanted to put that out in the airspace because I've had, I know some weirdo people that got some weirdo stuff that's like, all you do is sit home on your butt all.
Oh man, this is work.
Stay on the internet.
She said, go disco, that's guy. You go, boy. That's what Monica said. She's funny.
Monty came and gave my computer back yesterday in the rain.
She came in the rain and gave it. It was the rain. Yes, it was.
It was raining like crazy. So y'all like my hat? This is my latest.
We like your hat. Yes, we like your hat.
See, because what we're going to do is we're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. I messed it up. I ain't going to lie. I guess I was supposed to order and I didn't, but.
You said it. You said I want to get a couple things. We're not going to get a whole bunch. We're going to get a couple things to lay it out there. And you said your wife was going to operate the table. We
did say that. I said that. I messed up. But we're going to do what is it called? E-commerce?
Yeah, we're going to e-commerce, sell the merch. Yeah.
Yeah, we got stuff like this. And you seen my mask?
Yeah, I saw your mask, yeah.
Cindy said I look like I'm going to stick somebody up.
That's what it looked like. But that's what you like, that mask. I don't, that's not I wouldn't wear it.
I like it. Did you see the show this morning?
I did. I didn't see the whole thing, but I did see the show. I saw the good, the bad, and the sad, and all that.
A couple people called and thought it was a very good show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness, who is calling me?
Either way, I gotta get back. I gotta get to work. I got clients, and I got work for them to do, and then I got clients to work for. Sometimes you do this, and then you gotta do this. And you got clients. You gotta work. You gotta do some kind of stuff. You gotta do a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna tell you what. I am gonna say this. First of all, don't forget Moulin to Entertainment, 2030 Grand Avenue tomorrow, all day long. Anyway, I can't wait until Sunday till we do this thing, political thing. And then I can't wait until the 3rd. You know why?
Vote on the 3rd.
Yeah, because I'm tired of these spam calls all day long. Are you registered for? You know what? That could turn a person off.
It could. You get not just the calls, you get the text messages and everything.
Like crazy. It's harassment now. Like this is all. That's what this was all day long. Are you serious?
Yeah, you get it. You definitely do get all the calls. Yep, it's crazy.
It's and when you're doing business the way we do, they're regular phone calls. You know, it's not like the 800 numbers. You're like, oh, I got to answer because you never know who it is, and you can't. You know what I mean? Prime example, had I ignored one of those calls that I never seen the number before, I would have missed that important call a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping it. I would have missed that call because I don't know that number.
But you had a time slot to talk to, right?
No, they hadn't never called me before.
Okay.
It was the first time that person called me. So when I first picked up the phone.
And she said, Monica said, all those calls are correct. The strategic plan to discourage people from voting. And if you think about it, it's coming off from the same Democrats. None of them phone calls are from Republicans. Food for thought.
That is food for thought. It's a way to deter you because it pisses you off.
Well, actually, it's funny. I'm not getting calls. I'm just getting text messages.
I'm getting texts, calls. They're calling me all day. But when
it's funny. I haven't gotten any calls from them. I just get I get texts. This is somebody from hi. This is from somebody from in the text message button.
I get the calls, but like I said, that important call. You know what I'm talking about. When I was asleep when I looked at the number, I'm like, who the hell is this? You know, again, I'm thinking, and I'm like, hello. Hey, this is so-and-so. Oh, I'm sorry. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
I get them spam. Is there anybody listening? Is there a spam program that you know works that really?
I mean, there's a what's that? You call or something like that. There's something. Just deal with it for now. The November 3rd. Make sure y'all go out and verse. November 1st is the Gen Xers talking to millennials about politics and voting. That is November 1st at 4:00 right here on the Grown Folks Radio and on Facebook Live. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be a great conversation. It's going to be DJ Kid Disco, Danielle Patterson, Tony Payton Jr., Juan Turner, and Rockstar P. It's going to be a great lineup, all moderated by Monty on the scene and myself. So that's going to be November 1st. So that's on Sunday.
Right.
I'll get it out.
That's right after Dr. Letitia Webb's.
Yes, it's right after the Dr. Letitia Webb. She comes on at 2:00. So yeah, it is another busy weekend.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the masquerade party with Why Money the author. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be broadcasting live. My foot is still swollen, so I'm gonna get off of here so I can get my work done. I thought I was gonna have a little bit of break, but I got a lot of work to do now.
You say this every day. I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of
I
work.
do. Yeah, because you're talking about this is the time here is I normally do my client work beforehand, but this is the time that I'm doing my client work. So that's pushing it back, and it's not fair to them.
No, I got client work. Yeah, in between. Can I just say something?
What?
What is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say something?
What?
Your computer camera's better than mine because you acted like a black girl now. All last week you look like Becky.
I don't know. It's still not the same as it was.
It's better than mine. My built-in camera sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but this one is not the same. After they scrubbed the whole computer, it's still not the same. It's not just. I think it had a different setting before.
Well, you look better than what I'm telling you. You look like a black girl now.
Yeah.
My joint, you was looking real Becky-ish.
Yes. Trying to navigate. That's the system. Trying to navigate this system. The whole thing.
She treating this computer like it's an ex-boyfriend or something. You treating this computer like it's an ex-boyfriend.
What, this one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it used to be better. Now it has system updates. They scrubbed the whole computer off and loaded all the stuff back in. So they probably didn't load the same stuff in it.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So I had it all, it was all set. Now
Yeah, but when you do that, he did a system restore is what he did. We talked about that.
no, he took everything out. And
took it back to the factory. He slaved the hard drive, took it back to the factory,
took all the programs off,
and then put it back on.
Mm-hmm.
But you still got to redo your settings, though.
Yeah, probably. I didn't have a chance to go through the settings. We just been going right for right, and not like the regular right to back to without work. That's all that matters, right? I finished the work. So, cause we're going to Rob's party tonight, so I gotta get ready so I can get done to go to Rob's party. And oh, Monica, you gotta drive tonight. I don't think I'm gonna have time to. Tony there, what's going on? How are you?
Are you going out the Rob's party?
Yeah, Rob's party is tonight. It's out. It's mischief night.
I seen the post. I told him if it was virtual, I would stop through, and I ain't doing it. Mm-mm.
No, this is out. I told him I'm going, but I'm gonna go. Slide through with my mask on.
Real quick, Lady B join. She having a join tonight.
She having the online masquerade party, right?
I was gonna pop my head in there.
Is it virtual? Is it on
It's virtual. Zoom. It's on Zoom. I think.
It's on Zoom.
B ain't playing that. She ain't coming out the house.
I feel her.
B said she not coming out the house till next year to her anniversary for radio.
I feel her. I don't know. I'm going tonight though, but I'm gonna have my mask on. I'm gonna stay away from people. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
I said I wasn't coming out till 2025.
You did say that. Now you coming out tomorrow though.
Well, I realized if you want this thing to grow, you actually got to make some sacrifices, and I'm gonna be tripping.
Yeah, I mean, it actually you don't have to go out to grow. Honestly, things can grow. You don't have to go out to grow, but to support. I would say to support money. That's about it. But you don't gotta.
That's the first reason, the main reason why I want to go out, because Monty really, really, loves me, and she really supports me and always helps me.
Yeah. Monica said, what time? Party started at 7 tonight. Unless I get done my working time, I need to get my headlight fixed. My headlight is broken.
Again? Wait a minute. I thought we...
No, not my headlight. No, my headlight has never been broken. It broke on, I forgot all about it, and now I gotta go I gotta fix.
Or blew out.
I guess I need a bulb.
So who's gonna do it? Your sister, Ben?
I'm talking about driving. I don't know if she know how to do that. I gotta go.
That went right over your head.
Huh?
Yeah, that went right over your head.
My sister?
Your sister band. Instead of husband, it's your sister band. Y'all act like a married couple.
Listen. Anyway.
Y'all do. Y'all do.
Anywho.
See? You can tell who the oldest.
Anyway, I don't know who know how to do the just put the light bulb in. I guess I gotta go to the mechanic, right?
Your mommy know how to do it. How much you want back?
I know she know how to do it.
Exactly.
She know how to do it.
Monica know how to do all that stuff.
She said, I know how to do the bulb.
See? I know she do.
Yes, she does. She know how to do it.
That's who's gonna do it. Monica. Monica on the scene.
She ain't got time to do. She probably just got to drive tonight instead of doing it.
In Jersey? Is that his house?
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna come have no messed up bulb in Jersey.
Nah, you don't want
You
them.
don't do that in Jersey. Listen, Linda, listen.
Those are problems you do not want. Especially in Pennsauken, going from Pennsauken to Cherry Hill. No.
She said she's done hers. But I think it's the bulb. I know that when you click the turn signal and go, that means it's out. And then you look in the back. The only way you can find out whether your lights are out is if you look in the back of the other person's car and you put your signal on it and you can't see it. That's when you know. You put the other one on and go. That's how I find out whether my I'd be like, let me look in the back of somebody else's car.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know how they stop you. How you supposed to know except for it goes tick 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 tick.
that's how you're supposed to know. That's your sensor.
Okay, I get it.
You just
I guess that's the answer. You talking about answering the question? Yes, he answered the question. She said, yes, Monica knows how to do it, but I gotta go so I can get this done.
all right.
I gotta get this done, y'all. Tomorrow, I will see you at the time that we're going to
6 o'clock. Yeah, we'll be there for
just in case there's anybody out there. Mischief night.
that's tonight. Tomorrow.
No, I'm just joking. So tomorrow we will be live, broadcasting live. I got my shirt. Monica got my shirt. I'm gonna put my shirt on. We're gonna be grown folks radio. Damn, what?
Yeah, I will put the sticker on later, but yeah, we really on the scene. This your mic.
Yes. What's up, everybody? Yo, what's up? We out here recording live. Although I ain't gonna be sitting at no booth. See, that's a different thing. See, I can't be sitting down at no booth for me. I got to be around, hoping some music on so I can dance. Shoot, and then I need to dance so I can get my foot back to working.
What's
It
wrong?
needs to. My foot is still swollen.
So we gotta get you a cordless mic so you can just walk around.
Yeah.
Cause it's a corded mic, but we got 200-foot cord. Cause I know you.
She said she want a shirt. That's why I said he didn't order no other one. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I will, Monty.
She will. He will, but you won't have it for tomorrow.
Won't have tomorrow. Nah, you should have said something. Shelly says.
You were supposed to order the shirt. We had this whole discussion about ordering these shirts.
Shelly, you know I do that other stuff sometimes, and it just.
I know. We know he's busy. He's busy. He didn't do it. He forgot. He was ordering hats and masks and stuff.
Don't talk about my mask. My mask is fly. You say what you want to say.
He's too busy ordering masks and hats. That's the problem. All right, we got to go. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here so I can get out of here for tonight.
For tonight. She gotta get looking cute for the night.
Oh, I don't look cute right now. That's what I'm wearing. I'm not changing my clothes. I might change my clothes. I don't know. I think it's outside, so I think I am leaving this on because it's warm and fuzzy.
Oh, it's outside, John.
Yeah, it's outside.
All right.
I gotta find my belt too. Hey, where is my belt?
That's what's up. So we gonna see y'all tomorrow. We out of here. We've been on the
So get your tickets to the masquerade party. Go to Moolah, MOOLAH entertainment.com. You can book a time to come. It's between 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. So book whatever time you want to come. But it is a masquerade, mask, meaning mask here, mask if you want to wear a mask here, but we are a masquerade party. So wear your fancy mask. My mask, Monica got my mask. It's already a set in stone. I put it to the side. I got my clothes to match the. That's what you're gonna wear tomorrow?
It's my mask.
Oh.
It goes over your whole. It goes over.
You gotta make sure he show his mask. Oh Lord have mercy. That's too much. That's what I'm saying. That's too much.
See.
Too much. Nope. Mask go just like this. Put it up, pop it over your ear.
Y'all see the concept. That is too much.
It's too much. Way too much. I'll go right this. I'm gonna pop it over my ears. I'm gonna be ready for tomorrow. Yes, masquerade party. Moolah Entertainment. It is the book, a masquerade book release party. I've never been to one of them. I've never been to a masquerade book release party. Yeah, something new. Brought to you by Why Money the author, aka Yvette Money.
COVID is something new.
COVID is.
So you gotta readjust.
COVID is something new, but we here, we doing it, we moving, we shaking, gotta work. All right, y'all, have a great and amazing day. Have a great weekend. Thank you for rocking with us for 30 days. 30 days. Supreme, Jamal Carter, you gonna get something. You're gonna get a t-shirt. You're gonna get a t-shirt and an interview. And your music played.
He was here every day.
Every day. Thank you, Jamal Carter. AKA Supreme.
Shout out to the Eagles. Please.
Shout out to the Eagles.
Please win.
Eagles play the Cowboys on Sunday.
Yeah.
So at 4:00, before the Eagles play the Cowboys, we're gonna have that Generation X, Gen Xers talking to the millennials.
In other words, the young boys versus the old farts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And I'm just neutral.
Why? Because you forever 21?
Forever 21, neutral. Oh. So see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. All right. Bye, y'all.
Tomorrow.